Welcome to Lincoln, Nebraska, and it plays some of the games immortals have called home. Johnny the Jet, Frazier, Crouch, Rozier, and many, many more have built this Big Red legacy as this crowd is ready to cheer on their beloved Cornhuskers. A Big Ten showdown is coming. Conference implications aplenty that could resonate for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Michigan State Spartans taking on the Nebraska
Hey Justin,
Cornhuskers.
how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by.
Booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Spartans will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Nebraska Cornhuskers offense will go on the attack first. It's not often we focus on a matchup quite like this, but David, we have a couple of premier tight ends in this game.
And we've seen it recently, right? Ty Warren last year, Brock Bowers the year before. Like, you can build an offense around an elite tight end, and both of these schools do it. The speed, the playmaking ability, the versatility. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like this you could throw to.
You're right, David. I played with a lot of NFL guys at tight end, but none of them were as dynamic as these two right here. And you're going to see them get the ball in a variety of ways. We're seeing offense change in college football, and one of the biggest reasons is the versatility now at the tight end position, and these are two of the best in the entire country.
They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. Oh, better look out! And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up.
Oh, he's got some space. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Power football with the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. And the Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Might as well give it to him again. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down. The Huskers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Huskers!
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
Rushes on him. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds the tight end. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Spartans trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw its child. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Third down and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make movement change impossible. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one.
How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by.
Almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Huskers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to Johnson. Hard running there. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Hands it off. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. Dropping back. It's Raiola. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Snagged in the middle. It's Key. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Leaves it with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Lost one deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. First play of the drive, wants to throw. him downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. The analytics nerds will tell you that a 4-yard pickup on first down is a successful play. Let's see what they have on 1st and 10. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there. To the air, it's Raiola. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cornhuskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. The Huskers are on the move. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And off from the shotgun. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Barney. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. And the Huskers will try to convert on 4th down. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
They've got them then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll pull it down and run.
I love when you boot the pocket. Does a great job. He can attack down the field. Pass, run option, especially when you have a guy that dynamic at the quarterback spot.
Quickly to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Back to throw, it's Childs. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
They didn't have to blitz. They brought in a dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
A strike downfield. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. The Cornhuskers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They want to run this quarterback. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips have come up empty. They'd like to punch it in here on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Nebraska! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Childs. Wide open downfield. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And the Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. It's as if this guy has morphed into Ndamukong Suh. He's dominating right now.
Man, Ndamukong Suh, one of the best players I've ever seen live. Just unbelievable. And this guy, if you're mentioned with Ndamukong Suh, you're having yourself a day. Getting a couple sacks, getting in the backfield, being that dominant.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. Needed to get to the 45 for the 1st down. Stopped a little bit short. You think this is the go area on 4th down. The Spartans will punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Got his man to the left. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. He'll do it himself on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Huskers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. It's a draw. He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And this is every defensive coordinator's dream, right? Watching your defense go out on 1st down, TFL, 2nd down, TFL. Now you set up 3rd and long. Everybody knows they're going to throw it, and your pass rushers can pin their ears back. Outstanding job being physical by this defense.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the Huskers line up to punt it away. A low-line drive and not his best work. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Childs. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Spartans send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Complete in the middle. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And the misconnection on third down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Out of the gun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Cornhuskers will kick it off to start the second half. From inside the 15, here's the return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
The Spartans are flying down the field. Give to the running back. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but You get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one up.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Sparty.
Defense has got to do a better job of corralling this wide receiver. They've got to know where he lines up each and every play. And then once he has the ball, they have to play with a sense of urgency and get Hats to the football. He's just way too dangerous in the open field.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The returner will field it and bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The give. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Tough linebackers getting after quarterbacks. The Huskers have a rich tradition of that.
Yeah, and you think about the black shirts, and you hear that if you're a Nebraska fan, you know exactly what that means.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Big play to start this drive, and they're already out at the 48. It's first down. They'll try the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense. him up.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Trying play action. Unloads it left. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Well, the timing on that throw and on the route was just convoluted and messed up from the beginning.
And you see quarterbacks and wide receivers in the offseason always working on timing and always working on throwing on air. But when you put a defense in front of them, now things start to speed up a little bit. A lot of times you'll see these little mistakes and where it looks like just they're not on the same page all the time.
They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Shakes off the defender.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there.
A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Barney. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed give-me 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. The Huskers pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Motion from the wideout. Touch pass on the run.
And the defense, man, playing aggressive, playing uphill, playing in the backfield. Nice job getting penetration, getting that pass before it really even gets started. Nowhere to go, nowhere to run. Nice job by the defense.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Fires deep toward the end zone. Just threw that one way too far.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but 3rd down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggled to try to find a play to get someone open.
Just keep slinging it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Running back searching for a hole. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. 3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Flips it out to the back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's reeled in. It's Key. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Huskers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Nebraska is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Not what they had in mind to start this. To the air, it's Childs. Just missed on the connection, incomplete. The black shirts have applied blackout conditions. There has been no electricity available for this offense.
I mean, just suffocating. They're smothering this offense. They haven't done anything well.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. And the defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They're facing a 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Lobs it off the back foot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Cornhuskers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Fair catch called for and taken at the 30-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop, and now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
The Spartans will line up to punt it away.
Hey James, welcome to the stream. Appreciate you stopping by. How you doing? Thanks for the like. Appreciate it.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get some time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This defense defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Grabbed in the middle. It's Key. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The handoff to Johnson. There he goes. Got enough for the first. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
You know, sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Last drive was a quick 3 and out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. The lone back's got it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Damn, this is a good game here.
They're going to ride this running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Spartans with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Here's the pressure. Finds his tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. He leaves it with his back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. 8th play of the drive coming up. Gives it on the option. Slithers into space. Inside the 25.
Oh my gosh, this game is so good. I love it.
We reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Huge moment coming here as they try to quiet this raucous, crazy crowd. Looking downfield on first down. Touchdown.
Oh my gosh, this game.
They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
This game is so good.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Barney. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Scanning the field, it's Raiola. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And that's a good job by this defense. The 2-minute situations can be tough, especially communicating, and you know they want to push the ball down the field, but a lot of times it's towards the sidelines. They protect the middle of the field, play great defense all across the board.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's key. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So here it is, plenty of time to go and an opportunity to move the ball down the field and win it, David. And the pressure will get there. The sack, down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Quarterback on the keeper. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw. It's Childs. Oh, they're after him. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth.
What a great play by the defense. And a play like that in this situation of the game, late, it's close, 3rd down, you got to have it. And how about the pass rush? How about the effort getting to the quarterback?
The Spartans will bring. They hope the punt can bail them out. For the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
We'll get it started here in overtime. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pass rush. Coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think this quarterback now at this point is looking over the sideline saying, hey, can we just not throw it anymore? I mean, my guys, they can't block for me. I've got no chance back here. We need to just run the ball from this point out.
And the Spartans with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking downfield, it's Child. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Staring at a 3rd and long here in this first overtime possession. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires toward the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. They'll try to strike first with a field goal in overtime. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Hey, Jay, welcome in.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Quickly complete.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The offense will use a timeout with a critical down coming in overtime. A little surprising that they're not taking the field goal, push it to another overtime. Instead, they'll go on 4th down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The drama built throughout this game, memorable plays.
That was a good game, though.
Finally, the gut-wrenching loss at the end in overtime.
This coaching staff is going to look back at the overtime, and they're going to wish they had called some different plays. They had some things set up, but ultimately, with games like this, they come down to the wire. You got to be able to dial up plays to win. I don't think this coaching staff did a great job.
And it's so frustrating to get to this point and make enough plays to be in the game, to come up short in overtime. I'd almost rather get blown out or this game decided in regulation. Just very frustrating to lose a game, especially like this in OT.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Man, that was a good game, though. Well, that's going to be the end of the stream for tonight. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. Peace.